Welcome to Photography Fridays, episode 2, and this time we're talking about how to get the blurry background that you see behind me right now. So there's many ways to do this, whether you're shooting on a DSLR, a smartphone, a point and shoot camera, it doesn't really matter, it can be done. First we're going to talk about smartphones. So on your smartphone, if you don't have an iPhone 7 Plus that has portrait mode, the best way to do it is going to be to get your subject as close to the camera as possible and the background as far away from your subject as possible, because the aperture on these doesn't vary very much. So it's not going to have that short depth of field that you're going to get when you have full control of a camera like a DSLR or a point and shoot. But if you have an iPhone 7 Plus, the easiest way to do it is to use portrait mode. You literally just press the screen, everything else except for what you touched goes blurry, and it's great. It takes really good pictures. But if you are shooting on a DSLR, you're going to have to go out of automatic mode, which may be kind of scary, but bear with me, it's not that bad. You don't even have to go into full manual mode if you don't know how to control shutter speed and all of that, and you still want the camera to do that for you. All you need to do is to turn the dial to AV mode, which is aperture priority. If you don't know what the aperture is, it's just what controls how much light goes into the camera through the lens, just like your iris works in your eye. Once you get into AV mode, you're going to control the aperture either by a wheel or a button. I don't know how your particular camera works. Mine is a wheel. You're going to take the number with a decimal in it and make it as low as possible. So if it says 4.5 or 5.6 or 2.8 or 1.8, you're going to make it lower. And now some of your lenses may only go down to 4.5 or 3.5 or 2.8. The one that I'm using right now goes all the way down to 1.8, and that's how I'm able to get the background not that far away from me, or my hand to be blurry right here, but my face is still in focus. The lower the aperture number, the more the aperture in the lens opens up, and that creates a very short depth of field. So some lenses even go down lower than 1.8. So if you're shooting on a lens that doesn't go all the way down to 1.8, don't worry, you can still do it. It's kind of the same concept as using your smartphone. You just have to get your background further away from the subject. You can't have it right behind there, or it's gonna also be in focus. It might be a little blurry, but not quite what you're probably looking for. If you're using Canon or Nikon or Sony or whatever, using the best way on a DSLR to get a crisp image of your subject with the background blurry and not in focus is to get a 50mm lens or a lens with a very low aperture. The lower the better. The kit lens that comes with them comes with a 3.5, and you can do it a little bit on it if your background is closer, but like I said, you have to kind of back it off. But it's really as simple as that, just aperture priority mode or manual mode, or on your phone, just backing up the background or moving your subject forward closer to the camera. Kind of like this picture here. That's really it. It's pretty simple to do. I encourage you to go try it yourself and just experiment with different ways of doing it. If you don't have exactly the right lens to get it, like the 51.8, then just try different depths and different distances away, and until you get the right thing and figure out how to use your camera. And the best way to do that is just to go shoot more and shoot more and shoot more. The best way to get better at shooting pictures and being a photographer is to just go shoot pictures. You're going to shoot bad ones, you're going to shoot good ones. You just have to go do it, and eventually you'll get better at it because you'll learn. But that's all this time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe for more next week. We'll have a video every Friday at 2 p.m. See you next time.